of the Greater Riverside Chambers of Commerce, Nicholas Adcock.
Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Let's look for the purple banana till they put.
Well, good evening, Riverside. It is great to see you all here. It is fantastic to see so many amazing connections happening in this place and in this building. Good evening and welcome to the 48th Annual State of the City Address, and I am pleased to announce that we have over 1,000 business and community leaders right here in this building, right here, right now. That probably means that because we have 1,000 people, we probably have almost twice that number in the amount of cell phones and iPads and other electronic devices. Now is your time to turn them off. But we'll ask you to engage with us later on social media, but don't put them away, just turn them off. Before we get into our evening's program, as many of you know, there was a horrible tragedy yesterday where several Americans lost their lives in a terrible accident over the Potomac. I think it is only fitting that we do a moment of silence in memory of them. Thank you. To lead us in tonight's invocation from March Air Reserve Base, Chaplain Walter Brobst.
Please join me in a word of prayer. Spirit of life, mighty Creator, we come together this evening for the 2025 State of the City Address and celebrate how Riverside is securing its spot as a leader in education, business, and art in Southern California. We pray that this address captures the hope and vision for the city of Riverside that causes the residents to flourish and sets a tone of growing wisdom and sharpen our insight to make this city a haven to harbor our hope and a sanctuary to enter to house peace. Let this place be known where strangers become neighbors and visitors feel as welcome guests. We ask you to lift our city up. Where there is hurt, bring healing. Where there is restlessness, establish your peace. And when there is conflict, will you unify us in the same mind and spirit? We pray for our community leaders to encourage our educators as they shape future generations, our doctors and nurses that you provide caregivers for the caregivers, our first responders to provide peace to rest as they watch over us both day and night, to Mayor Patricia Locke Dawson, government officials, and civil leaders to promote policies and guidance that honor both God and neighbor, and to our families who choose to call this city their home. Above all, let us commit to building Riverside together and leave a legacy for the generations to come. We pray this in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chaplain Brobst. For tonight's national anthem, please welcome California Baptist University student Kara Emmett.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job. Great job. Well, if that doesn't give you chills, you need your pulse taken. Thank you, Kara, for that amazing rendition of our national anthem. Now, of course, I just told you to turn off your cell phones, turn them back on, follow us along on social media, but make sure you use the hashtag RivSOTC or RivBiz to join tonight's conversation. At this time, I'd like to recognize our platinum level sponsors, the key companies and organizations across our city that make this make this evening possible. You can review your program for the full list of our generous sponsors. And audience, you know the drill. Please hold your applause until all have been announced. Albert A. Webb Associates, Alpha Care Medical Group, Altura Credit Union, American Medical Response, Athens Services, Blue Zones Riverside, California Baptist University, California State University San Bernardino, California State University San Bernardino Inland Empire Center of Entrepreneurship, Compel, Fenimore Law, Kaiser Permanente Medical Center Riverside, La Sierra University, Lamar Advertising, The Mark, Neighborhood Partnership Housing Services, OPR Communications, Provident Bank, Riverside City Firefighters Association, Riverside Community Hospital, Riverside Community Services Foundation, Riverside Fire Management Group, Riverside Medical Clinic, Riverside Unified School District, and Ruth Villalobos and Associates, Southern California Gas Company, Tilden Coil Constructors, the University of California Riverside, and the University of California Riverside Anderson Graduate School of Management. Thank you all for your support. It is my pleasure to introduce our honored guests tonight. Please stand to be recognized, and again, audience, you know the routine. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Western Municipal Water District Board members President Laura Roten, Gracie Torres, and General Manager Craig Miller. Riverside Unified School District Board of Education members President Brent Lee, Dale Kinnear, Dr. Noemi Hernandez Alexander, Dr. Jesse Tweed, Amanda Vickers, and Superintendent Renee Hill. Alvord Unified School District Superintendent Dr. Resma Byrne. Riverside Community College District Board of Trustees Virginia Blumenthal, Mary Figueroa, Riverside City College President Dr. Claire Oliveros, Riverside Community College District Chancellor Wildab Isak. Riverside County Board of Education member Jamie Espisha Sachs. University of California Riverside Chancellor Kim Wilcox. La Sierra University President Dr. Kristen Arthur. City of Hermosa Beach Council member Mike DeToy. City of Riverside Council members Philip Falcone, Stephen Robillard, Chuck Conder, Sean Mill, Jim Perry, Steve Hemingway, and City Manager Mike Futrell. Naval Surface Warfare Center Corona Division Captain Joseph Burgon. County of Riverside District 1 Supervisor Jose Medina. District 2 Supervisor Karen Spiegel. Representing the 58th Assembly District, Assembly Member Leticia Castillo. Representing the 39th Congressional District, Congressman Mark Takano. Chair of the Chamber and partner with Best and Krieger, Scott Ditforth. And the Mayor of the City of Riverside, Patricia Locke Dawson, and her husband, Scott. Please give them a round of applause. The Chamber is pleased to host students representing our Riverside Youth Council. Many of you saw them as you came in. California Baptist University, La Sierra University, Riverside City College, and the University of California Riverside. Perhaps amongst that group, we will find a future mayor, Hero Award recipient, or even a Chamber of Commerce president. Students, if you're in the room, please stand and be recognized. And let's give them a round of applause. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Now I'd like to recognize some of our gold sponsors. Associated Builders and Contractors, Southern California Chapter. Best and Krieger. Canyon Springs Marketplace. Champion Electric, Chevron Canyon Crest Car Wash, the Farmhouse Collective, the Grove Community Church, Inland Empire Community Foundation, and Inland Economic Growth and Opportunity, and Lana Wilson Consulting. Thank you all for your support. I heard you over there, Lana. We heard you. Ladies and gentlemen, an important reminder, beverage stations are open at the back of the room, but I would recommend that you purchase your drinks now because we will be closing the bar before the mayor hits the stage. To present the Beautification Awards, please welcome Keep Riverside Clean and Beautiful Board Chair Kara Coronado and Executive Director Andrea De Leon.
Thank you, Nick. This part of the program was established to recognize businesses and institutions that best represent the spirit of keeping Riverside beautiful. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Keep Riverside Clean and Beautiful Advisory Board, who helped make this program a success. Let's give them a round of applause. It is my pleasure to present this year's winners of the 2025 Beautification Awards. Please hold your applause until all of the finalists are announced in each category.
Thank you all for joining us for the 2025 State of the City. Our time is now with Mayor Patricia Locke Dawson. Welcome to the 2025 Beautification Awards, sponsored by Keep Riverside Clean and Beautiful. Photographs by Michael J. Elderman Photography and Brenda Flowers Photography. Video presentation by Milestone Media, film2video.com. In the category of Small Business Curb Appeal. In third place, El Pollo Taco Peruvian Cuisine. In second place, Bushfire Kitchen. And in first place, Stone Arbor Church.
Accepting awards are Kenny Hom.
In the category...
Let's try that again. Accepting awards are Kenny Hom from Bushfire Kitchen and Josh De La Rosa from Stone Arbor Church. On to our next category.
In the category of New Construction. In third place, Oasis Senior Villas. In second place, Vista de la Sierra. And in first place, Woodcrest Village.
Accepting awards are Anna Habit from Oasis Senior Villas, Kelsey Haynes from Vista de la Sierra, and Mike Sadigian from Woodcrest Village. On to the next category.
In the category of Property Maintenance. In third place, the Goddard School. In second place, Woodcrest Christian School. And in first place, Indigo Jaguar, Land Rover Riverside.
Accepting the awards are Jim Sullivan from Woodcrest Christian School and Joe Garofalo from Indigo Land Rover Riverside. You're welcome. Congratulations to our winners. Now to the next category.
In the category of Exterior Remodel Reconstruction. In third place, Antone's Italian Eatery. In second place, Tacos Station. And in first place, Hillcrest High School's Trojan Field.
Accepting awards are Chris Hawkins from Antone's Italian Eatery, Mario Cortez from Taco Station, and AUSD Superintendent Dr. Resma Byrne and Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services Dr. Krista Farley from Hillcrest High School's Trojan Field. Congratulations. Now to the next category.
In the category of historical and cultural preservation, the award goes to the Atchison and Graham Garden of Prayer Mortuary. Built in the 1950s, Atchison and Graham is a riverside landmark known for its unique entrance depicting the Good Shepherd and a garden of prayer honoring the Mount of Olives. The building's original design has been preserved, and the chapel has been renovated to accommodate families. It has long served as the mortuary for Riverside families, including government officials and fallen officers.
Accepting on behalf of Atchison and Graham, Garden of Prayer Mortuary, Aaron Magana. On to our next award.
In the category of sustainable design and innovation, the award goes to the University of California Riverside School of Business Building. The School of Business Building at UCR meets leading industry standards for energy efficiency and sustainability, featuring a 216 kilowatt solar array, all-electric design, and drought-tolerant landscaping. With innovative systems like perforated metal fins for optimal daylighting and high-performance heat and cooling systems, the building minimizes energy use while maintaining thermal comfort. It will be the third LEED Platinum certified building on campus.
Accepting on behalf of University of California Riverside School of Business, Dr. Yuzing Wang. Congratulations. Now on to our next award.
The Chairman's Award. The Chairman's Award goes to the Riverside City College, School of Business and Law and Computer Information Systems Building. Riverside City College's Business Law and Computer Information Systems facility seamlessly blends modern and classic architectural elements while preserving the historic 1975 mural by Professor Emeritus Samuel Huang. The renovation incorporates large windows for natural light and integrates the surrounding landscape, enhancing the campus's aesthetic and creating a welcoming space for students, faculty, and the community.
Accepting on behalf of Riverside City College, School of Business and Law, and Computer Information Systems Building, Dr. Claire Oliveros. Congratulations. Now to our next award.
The Mayor's Award. The Mayor's Award goes to the California Baptist University's Baseball and Softball Clubhouse. California Baptist University's new 14,411 square foot baseball and softball clubhouse is located at the Lancers Outdoor Athletic Complex and sits on a walkway on the west end of campus. The new building design complements the mission-style architecture of other buildings on campus, keeping with the design used in construction for some of CBU's oldest buildings. The clubhouse blends into the campus beautifully, surrounded by existing trees, adjacent to the baseball and softball fields.
Accepting on behalf of California Baptist University's Baseball and Softball Clubhouse, Dr. Micah Parker. Congratulations. Now to our final award.
The Award of Distinction. The Award of Distinction goes to Arlington High School. Arlington High School's upgrades, made possible by Measure O, include the biomedical and extensive support needs building, the media arts facility, and an updated student services building. Athletic enhancements such as a new gym, upgraded swimming pool, and improved stadium facilities promote teamwork and wellness, while aesthetic improvements feature a sleek metal facade, sustainable landscaping, and vibrant colors.
Accepting for Arlington High School Principal Stephen Ibarra. On behalf of Keep Riverside Clean and Beautiful, congratulations to all the award recipients for your dedication to keeping Riverside beautiful. Let's give them another round of applause. And now, back to you, Nick.
Okay. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Kara. And congratulations to all of our Beautification Award recipients. Now, of course, I'd like to recognize our remaining gold sponsors. PNC Bank, Pacific Premier Bank, Riverside Community College District, Riverside Convention Center, Riverside County Office of Economic Development. We know they're here. All right, great. San Manuel Band of Mission Indians and Yamava Resort and Casino. Southern California Edison. Wait, you guys got to do that again. Go ahead. Yeah. There we go. Southern California Edison, True Evolution, and Varner and Brand. Thank you to all of our gold sponsors for your generous support. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the introduction of the Riverside Hero Award. To help me present, I'd like to ask Chamber Chair Scott Ditforth to join me on stage. For almost 30 years, the Chamber has presented the Hero Award to a group or individual who has made a significant contribution to promote Riverside at the state or national level. This year's recipient has committed over 4 decades to academia, culminating in his exceptional tenure as the 9th Chancellor of the University of California, Riverside. Under his leadership, UCR's reputation has soared. Enrollment has increased by 25%, and the campus has grown by over 2 million square feet in major developments, including the School of Medicine expansion. In collaboration with state and local leaders, he played a pivotal role in securing Riverside as the location for the California Air Resources Board Southern California headquarters. In 2023, the university surpassed over $200 million in annual research expenditures, and now it has joined the prestigious Association of American Universities. As one of the fastest rising universities in the nation, UCR is recognized as the top institution for social mobility, elevating its students and the community. For his outstanding contributions, it is my honor to present this year's Riverside Hero Award to the Chancellor of the University of California, Riverside, Dr. Kim Wilcox.
Thanks. So what should a university do for its city?
I'll announce it, and then, but you hold the...
Its first should be excellent. You heard Nick talk about our invitation to join the AAU. 71 of the leading universities in the country, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, and UCR. A faculty that has 2 Nobel laureates. There's only 25 schools in the country that has more than 1. Just down the street, there are 2 Nobel laureates working. National Poet Laureate of the United States. A member of the Motion Picture Arts Academy Board of Directors, the person who decides what's in those envelopes, all just down the street. Second, a university should be of the community. We're very proud of the fact that we are repeatedly the best university in the country at making a difference in students' lives. And those students come from right here. Best in the country of 6,000 universities. We're also the best in the country in helping students from lower incomes come and stay at the university. Again, #1 in the country. And third, a university should be a leader. We're extremely proud of the partnership we had to help bring CARB here. Omeo, if you haven't looked, there's a steering wheel on the bus, take a look. Lots of change as part of our culture as well. We're the 25th ranked university in the country for innovation. But none of that could have happened by ourselves. I've repeatedly said I was terribly fortunate to come to UCR, period, but doubly fortunate to come here when I did, when the city was on the rise and when there were so many great partners to be had. We could not have done anything that we've achieved without all of you. So it's humbling to get an award for a partnership, our university in the city of Riverside, and I'm very, very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you again. Careful, it's heavy. Congratulations again to Chancellor Wilcox. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Riverside is a city built on progress. We are the city of arts and innovation for a reason. And now we are seeing that change across the state. Tonight's Riverside Innovation Award was established to honor those who go above and beyond to make Riverside vibrant, innovative, and attractive. This year's winner has increased access to degree programs and certificates by translating experience to college credits. The program ensures that students, working adults, and veterans are rewarded for prior learning, training, and experience, saving them time and, importantly, money. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present this year's Riverside Innovation Award to Riverside Community College District's Mapping Articulated Pathways Initiative, and here to accept the award is Chancellor Wildab Isak and Dr. Samuel Lee.
It is very humbling and a great honor for Riverside Community College District to be awarded the Prize for Innovation. We live in the city of arts and innovation, and our partnership with the city has emboldened us to always travel on the path of innovation. It was almost 12 years ago when Riverside City and the City College started the completion counts, which was a precursor of the guided pathway. Riverside Community College District and UCR, with Chancellor Wilcox, we started the innovative student housing scheme that's first in the state, that created not only housing, but also a path for transfer and success. The Inland Empire Technical Trade Center is a highly innovative experiment for producing workers of today and the future, and when it is completed, will also be the most innovative center. This evening we are celebrating, or we've been awarded for an innovation that started 7 years ago on converting all the experiences of our veterans into credits so that they can complete an associate degree in 1 year and go on to get their bachelor's degree in 2 years, enabling them to have a speedy reintegration in a very productive life, in civilian life. And this work was done by Dr. Sam Lee, who is just standing here beside me, who has been devoted 7 years in developing this system. Well over 200,000 veterans in the United States, a third of whom live in California, will benefit from that. And that same methodology has now been expanded to allow adult workers to convert all their life experiences into credits so they too can move and acquire their ambitions in a speedy manner as well. And I'll let Dr. Sam Lee say a little bit about, so far, how many people have benefited from this experiment. But in the end, I want to say that the spirit of excellence and innovation is deeply inculcated in the culture of RCCD because we have such strong partnership with our city, with our county, with our institutions, with the communities, and with our elected officials. Sam.
Thank you, Chancellor Esoc, for your vision, and to the Board of Trustees of Riverside Community College District for your vision early on in this endeavor, and to Assembly Member and now Senator Sabrina Cervantes for her early support in this. Financially made it all happen. This year, our Chancellor Christian of the community college, of the 116 community colleges, has asked us to, for the first time, collect all the joint services transcripts of the 30,000 plus veterans enrolled in the community college system this year. It's a big lift, and we have to rely on 116 colleges to work together to do it. But tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'll be meeting with 42 of those colleges, bringing their teams together in San Diego to learn exactly how to do it, how to upload those JSTs, and how to get the credits to our veterans, save them a year of study so they can go on and use those 3 years of benefits to get a master's degree instead of an associate's or a bachelor's. So thank you very much for your recognition, and thank you for your support.
Congratulations to Chancellor Esoc, Dr. Lee, and the entire team at Riverside Community College District. They are the embodiment of innovation. Now I'd like to introduce our speaker to deliver tonight's State of the City address. She was elected the mayor of Riverside in November 2020 after a distinguished career championing conservation and education. Her experience ranges from small business owner to public servant in every level of government, ranging from local school board to the U.S. National Park Service. She was recently chosen to lead the Big City Mayors Coalition, a coalition of California's 13 largest cities, placing her at the forefront of statewide advocacy. Across all of these roles, she remains committed to championing sustainable green tech initiatives and expanding opportunities for high-quality jobs, something this chamber cares greatly about. But before I welcome her on stage, we know our city is moving 24/7, 365, and our time is now. Let's see what a day in Riverside looks like.
As the sun rises and we start our day, our city is already awake and on the job, like a heavyweight contender, staying in shape and working every day to provide Riverside's residents with safety, accessibility, and opportunities. To meet those needs, the city of Riverside is on at all times, 24/7, 365 days a year. With people who are always ready to tee us up, build us up, or lead us into the future, and with teams who keep us informed, protected, and empowered. If time flies, then our time is now, as we make our communities soar. This city fights to be your champion, in your corner, always present, and always ready to step into the ring and bring home the gold for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome the leader of the Big City Mayors Coalition and the 18th mayor of the city of Riverside, Mayor Patricia Locke Dawson.
welcome to the 2025 State of the City. That really was me on that video with those boxing gloves. It was. I want you to know that the gloves are off, and I am in your corner fighting for our success. Tonight, we stand united, shaping Riverside's future and building a city that works for every resident, family, and business. And I'm privileged to have an incredible team of public servants in the ring with us. A heartfelt thank you to our council members, Philip Falcone, Clarissa Cervantes, Stephen Robillard, Chuck Conder, Sean Mill, Jim Perry, and Steve Hemingway. Thank you for your leadership and dedication. I really could not ask for a better city council. I love these guys. I'd also like to thank our city manager, Mike Futrell, who is transforming the way we do business all over the city. Every resident can feel confident that they have an extraordinary team at City Hall fighting for you, making good things happen every day. And a special thank you to the Greater Riverside Chambers of Commerce and its president and CEO, my good friend, Nicholas Adcock. Thank you for supporting our community and for hosting this wonderful event tonight. And most important, I want to thank each and every one of you. It's your devotion to our community that makes Riverside an incredible place to call home. So thank you. But I would not be here tonight without my biggest supporter, my husband. Thank you, Scott. I love you. I think I'll keep him. Over the last 3 State of the City addresses, I told you that we were on the move, in motion, building tomorrow today. But tonight, I'm here with one simple message. Our time is now. Our time is now because we have worked and we've trained, and here are the results. Our STEM high school is ranked number one in the state. UCR continues to lead the nation in social mobility. The American dream is alive and well here in Riverside. Riverside is ranked number 3 nationwide in the number of family-owned businesses. Our residents are building futures for their children here. And Time Magazine continues to name our city a top nationwide destination for millennials to build careers and put down roots. You can get there. And I said this last year, but I think it really bears repeating because I don't think we give ourselves enough credit here. But Riverside is a really big city now. We are larger than 99% of all cities in the U.S. And we would be the biggest city in almost half of the states in the country, bigger than Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, St. Louis. So as the 12th largest city in California, which has the 5th largest economy in the world, we are playing a bigger and bigger role than ever in tackling the toughest issues facing our state. But more on that in a few minutes. I'll get back to that. But our time is now because Riversiders are stepping onto the world stage and showing their skill and hometown pride to millions of people. Just as many of you did, I watched the Olympic Games in Paris and cheered as our American athletes reached for gold. But it was a special moment to know that 2 Riversiders donned our nation's colors and competed against the best in the world. Let's take a look at their journey.
When I think about Riverside and athletics, and specifically with water polo, it's really our time. It all started with me covering a tournament out in Orange County for USA Water Polo for the organization. I got invited to come and travel with that particular team. It was a youth team at the time. One thing led to another, and so eventually I got invited to come and help with the senior team.
You kind of go up the ranks and you go from development to cadet to youth and then to the junior team and then to the senior team. So it's kind of just working your way up as you grow up as a player and also as a person. I played all 4 years water polo here at King. I also swam all 4 years for here at King. I just loved my time here in Riverside and at the school.
I think the city's done a good job of making athletics important at the high school level.
I'm really grateful for those who've supported me and helped me along this journey to be where I am.
My professional endeavors, the road to the Olympics, I definitely have the city and more importantly the community and the people within the city to thank for that. The city values sports and athletics, and therefore they value the people who participate in sports. A lot of high-level athletes have come from this place.
The journey in Paris and even leading up to Paris was something super special, and I think the opening ceremony on the boat with all the Team USA athletes is just something so cool. The emotions that I felt on the boat was just truly being grateful to be there, grateful to have the opportunity to represent Team USA and also to represent my family, my community.
We felt like we were representing not just the USA, but even for me personally, representing Riverside. The next Olympic Games is here in LA, and just a perfect setup to do some real cool things.
Wow. So now please join me in recognizing U.S. men's water polo conditioning coach Christopher Bates and the family of U.S. women's water polo athlete and King High grad Emily Ausmus. Thank you for being here. But just as these two put in many hours of hard work to reach the games in Paris, our city is working hard every day towards our success. So, how did we get here? Well, at City Hall, we have been putting in the work through 3 major commitments. 1, committed investments. 2, committed partnerships. And 3, committed leadership. So first, let's talk about committed investments. Our number 1 priority in the city is safety and security in our homes and on our streets, the foundation of a prosperous city. That's why we're making historic investments in our law enforcement. We've invested in our police department, adding 74 new officers in this last year, and we're on track to be fully staffed to the end of this year for the first time in 25 years. And thank you for approving Measure Z, which provides the funding for these additional officers. So these investments have yielded remarkable results. The violent crime rate in Riverside dropped 25% this past year. Now, last year on this stage, I announced my public safety neighborhood tour. And as I traveled across all 7 wards, our goal was simple. Listen to your safety concerns. And we heard you. We heard your concerns about fireworks, graffiti, and homelessness. So last 4th of July, we seized nearly 3,000 pounds of illegal fireworks. And the council, thank you, approved using advanced drone technology to monitor firework activity in real time. We removed more than 7,500 pieces of graffiti in 2024. That's 20 instances per day. And for people facing homelessness, we remain committed to offering services and shelter first, while also ensuring that our public spaces can be enjoyed for their intended purpose. The council recently approved an ordinance that prohibits camping near schools, shelters, and parks. balancing compassion with the needs of our community. Now, we're also focusing on livability by improving our roads so you can get to work, go to the store, and take your kids to school. The council invested a record $30 million to pave 51 miles of roads, focusing on high traffic corridors such as Market, Chicago, Alessandro, and La Sierra. Committed to making our streets safer for you and your families, Riverside was just one of a few cities in California to receive funding through the Safe Streets and Roads for All grant program. We secured millions to improve 85 intersections, reduce speeding, and construct 16 miles of bike lanes. We've also invested in our parks, building more than ever and refreshing several of our existing facilities. In 2025, we will expand the Museum of Riverside, construct a new Eastside Library, renovate the Cesar Chavez Center, and construct a new Boardwell Park gym. But one project in particular is near and dear to my heart. Riverside Firefighters Pipe and Drum Corps. Thank you. I love those guys. Wow, that was really a beautiful tribute to introduce the improvements to the former El Dorado Park, now known as Tim Strack Park, honoring the late Riverside Fire Department captain. The renovation of the park, championed by Councilmember Jim Perry, will keep Tim's memory alive for generations of Riversiders as a testament to the power of putting service before self. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't take this moment to thank former Chief Michael Moore for his 10 years of service to Riverside. Chief Moore made our department one of only four agencies in California holding the highest accreditation standard, demonstrating the caliber of our first responders. So we know our new chief, Steve McKinster, will uphold this tradition of excellence. Now, as I said before, a safe city is a prosperous city, and we've never seen economic development like we have in this year. In this past year, we welcomed 1,600 new businesses who opened their doors, bringing more than 13,500 jobs to Riverside. And we continue to grow, with a 10% increase in construction permits equaling over $390 million in new construction projects. So from the technology company to the mom and pop restaurant, we are championing businesses big and small, growing local talent and welcoming national giants. I met many of our local business owners through my Crafty Conversations tour, where we visited small craft breweries and tap rooms and talked with our local business owners about the challenges they face and how they honed their craft. Now, this growth will continue across our city, including a 17-acre commercial development in Mission Grove with retail and housing that Councilmember Chuck Conder is particularly excited about. In fact, it has a drive-through Panera. I think it's one of the first ones of its kind. And we've expanded our local vendor preference program, achieving a 200% increase in local spending within just 8 months, creating a stronger, more resilient local economy. Now in Riverside, you know, we take initiative and face challenges head on. We see beyond limitation and we turn dreams into action. We transform spaces that no longer work for our current needs into new and exciting places. We invest in transformation because our time is now. And as our region continues to grow, we are challenged to create thousands of new homes. And I say, challenge accepted. Now, does anyone remember learning to drive in the parking lot of the old Sears building in Ward 3? Well, unfortunately, it's been closed since 2019, and it's yielded no economic activity for that area since then. But now, it's going to be transformed into 380 housing units with eateries and recreational spaces, breathing new life into the neighborhood while paying homage to the building's historic architecture. R.I.P. Sears. I love that building. New housing is coming downtown just south of the new main library, too, providing a home for nearly 400 students. I want to thank the developer for ensuring that there are affordable options available for our hardworking students. Now, our vision for economic growth also includes adaptive reuse for commercial projects. The Farmhouse Collective in Ward 2 is another shining example of this vision, really demonstrating why our time is now. The historic Farmhouse Motel will be transformed into a hip community gathering space that combines food, culture, and connection. I'm particularly excited about this project, so here's a sneak peek.
We're at the Farmhouse Hotel. It is a Riverside City historic landmark. We actually have developed it into the Farmhouse Collective.
Since I was a kid, probably 7th, 8th grade, was looking at buildings and thinking of ways to reuse them, especially historic.
It was just so exciting to think that maybe we could preserve something, that maybe we could take something that's part of Riverside's history, something that could live into the future of a legacy.
We were able to buy it from the city as a redevelopment project.
We were so thankful to hear that they liked the idea and the concept for the farmhouse. We're fully leased out of the project. We have 16 small businesses coming.
We will have 10 different food and beverage locations and 6 retail locations, as well as a beer garden and event space in the back with a stage.
That backyard is like unlimited in the possibilities that we can do with it.
We're going to be able to do concerts, music performances, movie nights,
sports, all kinds of things. I'd really like the farmhouse to be a community hub to create memories, to celebrate our community and our culture here in Riverside.
It was important to us to give back to Riverside. We have a lovely community here.
It's been a labor of love for our family to really put a lot of effort towards the development of this property, the construction.
It takes a lot of heart and vision and creativity, but it's possible.
I think saving these places that have been there for a long time really adds to the history and character of the city.
I think a lot of cities have buildings like this that they could be restored, they could be reused. You can create your future, and that's what we've done here at the farmhouse.
What an incredible example of honoring our history by reimagining spaces into unique places. And we're also creating a new, clean, and sustainable future, expanding our roots from green belt to green tech. And we're not just in the green tech conversation, we are leading it. And this success is no accident. Riverside has made strategic investments and created important partnerships to become a magnet for groundbreaking companies and transformative economic opportunities. In this last year, we have attracted 4 major green tech manufacturers to Riverside. Manufacturers. Realizing the original vision of the California Air Resources Board as an economic driver, we brought CARB to Riverside hoping to catapult our way to additional economic success. And it's happening. Omeo, which manufactures all-electric autonomous vehicles, picked up their headquarters from New Zealand to open their new facility right here in Riverside. The city partnered with Omeo to purchase 3 shuttles, like the one you see here on my right. And these will be operated and staffed and maintained by the Riverside Transit Agency to create a more diverse transportation system in Riverside. Hyundai Rotem Tech is set to open a new manufacturing plant right here in Riverside, producing hydrogen-powered trains. Just in time for the LA 28 Olympics, the company already has trains like this operating in Hong Kong, Taiwan, New Delhi, Vancouver, and Philadelphia. So Riverside is in good company. And here's some breaking news. Just got this week. We're getting into buses too now. Green Power Motor Company, the only U.S. manufacturer of both small and large all-electric school buses and Class 4 vehicles, is bringing its global headquarters from several locations in Southern California to Riverside this spring. That's more jobs and another feather in our innovation cap. Now, I serve on the Air Quality Management District Board, so I get it. Cleaner and greener vehicles with few to no emissions are a future we're helping to create here in Riverside. With Voltu Motors, an Argentinian company specializing in the first of its kind, electric-powered medium-duty trucks. They're bringing 400 high-quality jobs to Riverside, and this number is anticipated to grow. Let's hear more from their CEO, George Kepburn.
Voltu came to Riverside because Riverside is building a green technology hub. We've seen projects and planning on how the city is working towards the goal of bringing that green technology hub right now. So for us, it's really, really exciting and be part of that evolution. Voltu is going to build a manufacturing site here at Riverside for manufacturing battery packs, motors, and whole powertrains that are going to be installed in electric trucks. We're going to build in a team of more than 400 people that is going to slowly reach 700 people with them. We think that we're going to bring a technology that is going to help the city. So with time, we expect to build clean energy for, that helps us transition to sustainability. For Voltu, it's been very important to find an ecosystem that can move as fast as we can move. And that's been an important factor of what we've chosen to be here at Riverside.
An ecosystem that can move as fast as they want. And that's why they're here. These companies are choosing Riverside, in part because of the world-renowned research institution in our backyard, UC Riverside. UCR Center for Environmental Research and Technology and the Oasis Innovation Hub are doing the research and providing the educated workforce to fuel these companies as they forge new paths in green technology. So as you can see, success is built through service and fueled by partnerships. Now, we embrace that spirit of partnership when we serve members of our community facing challenges. So now let's talk about committed partnerships. Like the Aspire project, an innovative housing project that will serve youth aging out of the foster system. Aspire will provide these vulnerable young people with health services, academic support, and career counseling in partnership with Riverside Community College District. Now, we're also serving young people by opening doors to their future. La Sierra University, ranked #1 in diversity by the Wall Street Journal, attracted a $7.5 million grant with the support of Congressman Takano to uplift underserved students and fast-track their healthcare careers. These young people seek to improve their lives through higher education, and we are helping to remove the barriers that stand in their way. And we're helping students save time and money as well. My Innovation Award winner this year, the Riverside Community College District, developed the MAP program, which translates military service and other prior learning experience into course credits. They were able to do this with legislation and funding assistance from Senator Sabrina Cervantes. RCCD has been so successful in implementing this program that they have partnered with other community colleges over the years, and now, with the State Chancellor's Office, is bringing the MAP initiative to all colleges statewide. Now, we also believe that if you want to go far, then go together. And in that spirit, the city partnered with the governor's office, California Volunteers, Love Riverside, and the Riverside Community Health Foundation to launch Connecting Neighbors to Neighbors. This $1 million grant, championed by council members Steve Hemingway and Jim Perry, empowers the Arlanza neighborhood to address health and sustainability concerns through resident-led initiatives. So as you can see, partnerships are flourishing in Riverside. But few have proved more fruitful than that public-private moonshot we call the Cheech. The Cheech relied on committed partnerships between the Riverside Art Museum, local and state government, and a certain art collector you may have heard of. Assemblymember now, Supervisor Jose Medina, had advocacy in Sacramento to help us secure $10 million to bring this vision to life. And the Cheech has welcomed over 200,000 visitors since it opened, exceeding expectations, with 90% of those people coming from out of the area. And I'm thrilled to share with you that a new study shows that the Cheech has injected $29 million into our local economy. That's incredible. So these partnerships also fuel the events and vibrant celebrations that fill us with pride for the city we call home. Now, we all know about our famous Festival of Lights that just celebrated its 32nd year, attracting tens of thousands of visitors every holiday season. But we also have many more festivals, like our expanded 2-day Dia de los Muertos celebration, which had 75,000 attendees this past year. And the Lunar Festival, now in its 13th year, celebrates the rich lunar New Year traditions. And the Spanish Town Heritage Foundation hosts the Riverside, I think we have some friends in the audience, hosts the Riverside Tamale Festival that fundraises for the preservation of our local history. So that now brings us to committed leadership. Now, since its founding in 1870, Riverside has been on the vanguard of social and economic progress. We've always been leaders, and now, more than others are looking to us not just to participate, but to lead in almost every aspect of governance. And here's just a couple of examples. Our very own Chief of Police, Larry Gonzalez, was selected by his peers to be this year's president of the statewide California Association of Police Chiefs. Our district attorney, Michael Hestron, just wrapped up his year as president of the statewide California District Attorneys Association. And Riverside Sheriff Chad Bianco is in line to lead the statewide California Sheriff's Association. And now I'm honored to share that my peers selected me to chair the California Big City Mayors Coalition. Oh, thank you. A bipartisan group made up of the leaders of the 13 biggest states in our state. 13 largest cities in our state. This year, for the first time, Riverside is not just at the table with mayors from places like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego. We've claimed the head of the table, all right? And in this role, I'm proud to represent my hometown of Riverside as I lead other California mayors, advocating directly with the governor and the state legislature on the issues that matter most to Riverside: increasing housing production, addressing homelessness, ensuring public safety, and driving economic development. And this is a great honor, not just for me, but for all of us who have worked so tirelessly to lift up our community to its rightful place in our great state. So thank you for that. So I think you can see that Riverside must be doing something right. And finally, I want to talk to you about just what it is that we do so well. Several years ago, in writing a national bestseller called Our Towns, James and Deborah Fallows flew across the United States documenting what they saw. They found 10 elements common to successful cities. Spoiler alert, Riverside has all 10. Like a vibrant downtown, innovative schools, and a well-known civic story. But perhaps the most important element of successful cities is that they plan big. And Riverside has always set itself apart from other cities with our ability to dream big and work together to turn those dreams into a reality. We created the citrus industry in California 125 years ago, and we are creating a green tech hub as we speak. We're planning new destinations, new economic opportunities, and new ways to explore and enjoy our city. And Riverside 2050, our general plan update, is your opportunity to have your fingerprints on Riverside's future. Your time is now. Starting with breaking ground on the Northside Agricultural Innovation Center, an exciting new project that reinvents our agricultural practices for a changing environment. This center will boost our workforce, foster innovation in agritech, and create businesses in sustainable agriculture and food production. Just as we shipped the navel orange around the world, so too will Riverside bring about the next big revolution in agriculture. Wow, only in Riverside. But citrus hasn't been our only economic driver. Council member Stephen Robillard is advocating for the long overdue reinvestment of the Riverside Airport. With his advocacy, we've been able to rehabilitate Taxiway A and propel aviation opportunities to new heights. And this means we need to train more aviators. California Baptist University, already ranked #1 for career preparedness by the Wall Street Journal, is one of 9 schools in the country to have partnered with the U.S. Air Force to host the Aim High Flight Academy. They give high school students the opportunity to explore aviation as a potential career. We're seizing this moment and bringing Riverside's first Aerospace and Defense Expo to town this April. Thank you, Councilmember Robillard. And we can't forget about my favorite project, a future economic driver, the Santa Ana River. You know my vision for the Santa Ana River as a destination for recreation, starting with activating the Armory at Fairmount Park and anchored by reimagined spaces at Whole Lake to the southwest, championed by Councilmember Steve Hemenway. This is no longer just a dream. We've secured $2.5 million in federal funding with the support of Congressman Takano to reimagine the Armory as a cool civic space, so stay tuned. Now, we Riversiders take pride in how special our town is, and creating destinations is the best way to share it with others. And Councilmember Sean Mill understands that assignment. He's leading the charge to reimagine the area around Magnolia and Van Buren as Arlington Village. Old buildings, not historic, just plain old, are being cleared for development. The demolition of the House of TV building, marks a new era, giving rise to a whole new set of possibilities for that neighborhood. Thank you, Councilmember Mill. And a bit farther up Magnolia, the city is branding the Brockton Arcade, Plaza, and Magnolia Center areas as Midtown, validating the area's unique identity and boosting economic activity will support the longevity of this beloved Riverside neighborhood. So these new and renewed destinations will enjoy a boost of creativity through the first ever Artists in Residency initiative championed by Councilmember Clarissa Cervantes. These artists will capture our imaginations, bringing vibrancy to every ward of the city. Now, the downtown core is also getting a refresh. Councilmember Philip Falcone is leading this effort with big plans and big ideas. Working with the council member, we are rebranding the area as the Arts and Culture District, or the ACD. And tonight, I'm announcing that we have named 2025 as the Year of Arts and Culture in the ACD. With over 300 events planned in the district and a whole lot more in the works, like a return of the Mayor's Ball for the Arts this spring. Art is around every corner here in Riverside. And tonight, I'm honored to introduce Isabel Pulido from La Sierra University, one of our very own talented artists. Isabel? that was incredible. Please give Isabel another round of applause. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, I've thrown a lot at you tonight. Art, culture, green technology, rebranding of historic neighborhoods, public safety, statewide leadership, unprecedented investment, and dreams for the future. That will be tomorrow's reality. We are not a city that settles. We are a city that seeks greatness. To be great at celebrating the arts, to be great at innovating tech solutions, to be great at transforming spaces, to be great at keeping our community safe, and to be great at creating opportunities. I didn't run for mayor to sit back and let someone else decide our future. I ran for mayor to create our future. And if you are in this building tonight, I know you are with me. Business owners, entrepreneurs, educators, residents, students, if you didn't feel the same way about shaping our future, you'd probably be home watching Netflix. It's you, it's me, and it's this city. It's Victoria Avenue. It's the La Sierra Hills. It's Mount Rubidoux. It's the 91 freeway. It's Riverside. It's our commitment to investment. It's our commitment to partnerships. It's our commitment to leadership. It's our commitment to thinking big, and we aren't done. Together we are Riverside, and together our time is now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Locke Dawson. Ladies and gentlemen, I only have 3 letters for the mayor tonight. That is TKO. Good job. We look forward to partnering with you in the community, and under your leadership, now is the time for Riverside to achieve greatness. In closing, I want to thank you all for attending tonight's program. Wish you all a safe drive home. Good night, Riverside. Thank you for being here.